It starts with a feeling. A dull throb behind your eyes. A tightening in your gut. You've been cut, dismissed, treated as less than. They say nothing, you say nothing, but the slight registers. A quiet humiliation you swallow, because what else is there? Because society demands composure. Because you're told to rise above it, to take the high road. Lies. You know better. You feel the cold dread that this isn't an isolated incident. This is a test, a slow erosion of your boundaries, a quiet invitation for more. They are watching you. They are taking your measure. They are waiting to see what you will permit. And every fiber of your being screams to react, to lash out, to defend yourself, to prove your worth. This is the cage they build around you. This is the game they want you to play. But you won't. Not anymore. What you are about to hear is not about seeking revenge. Not in the petty, emotional way. This is about reclaiming ground, about fortifying your own existence, about making yourself utterly untouchable. This is a blueprint forged in the deepest shadows of human nature. This is not for the meek. **1. The weight of silence. The first weapon you must forge is a void. An absolute, terrifying emptiness where they expect a reaction. When someone cheapens you with their words or actions, your instinct is to pour energy into a rebuttal. To argue. To explain. This is their victory. They want your attention. They want proof they can stir you. They want a response, any response. Give them nothing. Become the stone in their path. The unmoving monolith they cannot shift. Machiavelli understood that the prince who must constantly explain himself has already lost his grip. You do not justify yourself to fools. You do not debate your value with those who have already decided you have none. Your silence is not weakness. It is a calculated refusal to engage with lesser things. It communicates that their existence is beneath your notice, that their provocations are too small to even register. They will expect anger. They will anticipate your defense. Your silence, cold and unflinching, will drown them in their own uncertainty. They will replay the moment. They will question their own actions. They will feel the chilling echo of their irrelevance. Let them. **2. The withdrawal of your presence. Understand this brutal truth. Your access is not a right. It is a privilege. Your time, your energy, your conversation, your loyalty. These are rare currencies. And the moment someone disrespects you, they have proven themselves unworthy of another breath in your orbit. Most men tolerate disrespect because they fear loss. They fear loneliness. They fear the vacuum left by an absence. But the architects of power, men like Robert Greene, teach us that scarcity creates immense value. When you are always available, always forgiving, always willing to overlook the subtle slights, you become worthless in their eyes. Your world has standards, and anyone who falls below those standards will be cut off. Not with drama, not with explanation, simply gone. You become a closed door. The individual who disrespected you is testing a boundary. By removing yourself completely, you send an undeniable message. Not just to them, but to everyone watching. You do not negotiate with disrespect. You do not offer second chances to those who understood exactly what they were doing. Do not announce your departure. Do not explain your reasons. Simply vanish. Let them wake up one day to an undeniable absence. Let them feel the sudden, chilling weight of the privilege they squandered. Your absence will teach them what your words never could. **3. The unassailable fortress of self. They aim to diminish you, to shrink your spirit, to plant seeds of doubt. But disrespect only gains power if you give it sanctuary within yourself. True invulnerability begins not with external defenses, but with an internal fortress they can never breach. Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the parts of ourselves we deny. Disrespect often pokes at these hidden insecurities. It finds the cracks in your own self-perception and exploits them. Build your core. This means you must know yourself with brutal honesty. Understand your flaws, not to wallow in them, but to disarm any external attack. When someone attempts to shame you, if you have already acknowledged that aspect of yourself, their weapon has no target. It glances off, harmless. Your worth is not a vote. It is a fact. Let the words of fools clatter against the thick walls of your self-knowledge. Let their opinions be the wind, passing harmlessly by a mountain. This is not about arrogance, it is about an unwavering self-possession that renders their barbs impotent. They cannot touch what you do not allow them to reach. ***4. The mirror of their own ugliness. Sometimes, the most potent response is to reflect their own darkness back at them. Not through accusation, but through subtle, undeniable mirroring. They disrespect you through condescension? Respond with exaggerated politeness, a subtle elevation that exposes their pettiness. They dismiss your ideas? Listen intently, then calmly reiterate them with precise language, forcing them to confront the intellectual void of their own dismissal. You become a flawless surface. This is a dangerous tactic. It requires control, precision. You don't engage their emotion, you engage their intellect, their subconscious. They see themselves in the reflection of your composed intelligence, and they recoil. Nietzsche understood that the weak often project their own inadequacies onto others. When you subtly, coolly, hold up that mirror, they are forced to confront the shadow they sought to cast on you. The discomfort is their own. The shame is their own. They will hate you for it, but they will respect it. *5. The strategic invisibility. Not every slight demands a counter move. Some disrespect is a mere buzzing fly, not a predator. The truly powerful understand the economy of their own energy. They conserve their force for battles that matter, for threats that are real. Machiavelli would advise a prince not to waste resources on every skirmish. You must distinguish between a genuine challenge to your authority and the impotent flailing of a lesser being. To react to every minor jab is to legitimize it. It elevates the insignificant. Let them be seen, not you. Sometimes, the best response is no response at all, but a deliberate, strategic invisibility in their direction. You do not acknowledge their existence. You operate as if they are not there, a ghost in your periphery. You deny them the oxygen of your recognition. This is not passive. This is a cold act of erasure. You remove them from your mental landscape, your emotional considerations, your strategic map. You demonstrate, not by words, but by complete non-acknowledgement, that they are not even worth the dust on your boots. Their irrelevance is your weapon. *6. The calculated delay of consequence. Not every consequence must be immediate. The human mind often fears the unknown more than the known. When someone disrespects you, the impulse is to deliver a swift blow. But the true maestro of power understands the slow burn, the delayed reaction. Think of Cialdini's principles of influence, particularly commitment and consistency. When someone commits a disrespectful act, they expect a predictable pushback. When it doesn't come, an unease settles in. They wonder. They wait. They anticipate. You are planting a seed of dread. This is not about holding a grudge. This is about psychological leverage. Let their own mind work against them. Let them replay their disrespect, wondering when, how, and if the consequence will arrive. This silent, pending sword of Damocles can be far more effective than an immediate, public rebuke. The consequence doesn't always have to come from your hand. Sometimes, the world itself delivers justice to those who overstep. Your role is to observe, to remember, and to ensure that when the opportunity arises, their own actions will rebound upon them, seemingly without your direct involvement. Let their future be haunted by your memory. *7. The unveiling of hidden intentions. Asterisk. Disrespect is rarely about you. It is often a clumsy attempt to assert dominance, to feel powerful, to elevate themselves by diminishing another. It is a mask for their own insecurity, their own envy, their own fear. Your final move is to see through the veil, to understand the underlying mechanism of their disrespect. When you see their true intentions, their petty actions lose their sting. They become transparent, predictable, pitiful. Nietzsche urged us to look behind the curtain of morality, to see the will to power at play. Apply this lens to those who disrespect you. What are they trying to gain? What are they trying to hide? Are they envious? Then your success is their true enemy. Are they insecure? Then your confidence is their threat. Are they seeking to control? Then your autonomy is what they despise. Once you identify the root, you can address the source, not just the symptom. You don't fight the disrespect itself. You dismantle the hidden motive beneath it. This gives you immense power. It allows you to react, or not react, with a cold, strategic precision that is terrifyingly effective. They reveal themselves to you. The world is not a gentle place. It rewards those who understand its dark mechanics, who see the strings pulled by human nature, and who refuse to be a puppet. You have been shown a path, a way to reclaim your ground, not with aggression, but with the chilling logic of power. Now, a challenge for the next 7 days. 1. Observe without reaction. For 1 week, when someone attempts a subtle, slight, or dismissive gesture, consciously prevent any visible or verbal reaction. Feel the impulse, then contain it. Just observe their face. 2. Identify the mechanism. After each incident, ask yourself, what was their real intention? Were they seeking attention? Trying to assert dominance? Masking their own insecurity? Do not judge, just analyze. 3. Choose your response, or lack thereof. For each incident, decide which of these 7 forbidden ways would be the most potent. You don't have to execute it immediately, but choose the strategy. 4. Embrace strategic absence. Pick one person who consistently disrespects you. Without explanation or drama, begin to subtly reduce your availability to them. Let the space grow. 5. Fortify your core. Each morning, spend 5 minutes quietly acknowledging your own inherent value, irrespective of external opinions. Feel this truth settle within you. 6. Speak less, see more. For the week, consciously reduce your talking by 20%. Use the extra mental space to observe the subtle power dynamics in every interaction. 7. Hold the mirror. If an opportunity arises to subtly reflect a disrespectful person's own flaws back to them, not an insult, but a calm, factual mirror, executed with precision. The game is always on, and you just learned how to play a different hand.